So in our last class, we covered the basic of DAX and how the aggregator works, understanding DAX context, the filter context, the row context, evaluation context. So we did all of that in our last class. So today, we do much of logical function. We touch little more of logical function here, and we now move into what we call visualization, which is the last step. No, which is the second to the last step. I think that will be fifth, which is the fifth step in our roadmap. So for today, in our last step, we're able to cover how to get data, how to transform data, how to clean data, how to build prepare data for modeling, and how to write that, understanding how that works. So we do some logical function here, which is if, switch, and stuff. So this is the file we have in our last class. And then we come here. So now let's do some logical function in the fact table. So I think in the fact table, we have some logical functions. So for this product table, we did some logical function here, yeah. So we create some stuff again. So this is logical function. In this logical function, we use what we call if condition. There are many things to do here. So if you are coming from Excel background or not even Excel, if you are coming from any programming related stuff, you already know when you hear if means a conditional statement. So if this works, then we should have this. But if it doesn't work, it should give us this. Anytime you hear logical function, it means the conditional function. Anytime you hear of logical function, they are telling you, say what? The conditional function. So get that. Here I write a little dark here. Let me see if you can see well. Yeah, I believe you can be able to see well now. So I created a new column called discontinue new because I want to have a new column that will be a condition. So we have a discontinue. Is it discontinue? False, yes. False is no, and true is yes. So let's say I want to create a new column. So what this if condition does is you get your parameter first. Let me rewrite. So if you can see the logical test, so it's telling me that, okay, what do I want to do that I want as my logic? And I say, okay, I want this column called discontinue. Discontinue. I will navigate to it and I will click on tab. It will automatically fill it. And I will say, look at this column that I reference here. If this column is equal to what? Is equal to 0. If that column is equal to 0, it should give me what? I'll put comma. So it means I want to, okay, if this column is equal to 0, that is my logical test that I want to confirm. It should give me what? You can see the next argument. It's telling me, we call this argument or parameter, any way you want to call it. Argument or parameter means for every function, there is a parameter, like there is something that function will take, that we accept for it to give you the accurate answer for what you need. So I said if that column is equal to what? Is equal to, is not, I say it's not, it's 0. You should ask me, okay, if it is 0, what should be the true thing that it should give me? It should give me what? It should give me false. And I'll close the. What this false means I put into this is that anytime you want to create a text output, you need to put it in, what's it called? You need to put it in string. We call it string. These two codes. You need to put it inside two quotes. So that means it will give you a text value anytime you put it into quotes. But when I put it in false, I just write only false. It will take it as a logical function. So it will take it, as you can see, it will take it as false function, which is, so anytime I leave it as false here, and I said true, we look at binary, which is 0 and 1. So you see, it's giving me as a function, which is not what I need. So I need to put it into a string to convert it to text. So what this is telling me now is this: okay, if it is 0, it will give me false. But if it's not 0, which is the second one here, it will give me true. It will give me what? True. So if I close this bracket and I click on enter, we'll find this discontinue new as false and new. We'll find this discontinue new as, you can see now, false and what? And new. And that's one thing about what's it called? About if function. So let's say you're having multiple conditions that you want to create. Let's come to this. Let's look for another thing to do here. So, okay, let's say you want to create unit in stock, or let's create a range. Let me see what's inside customer table. Okay, customer much to do. Okay, let's create another. Let me look for simple table to explain more better. Okay, let's do this. Let's do for unit price, somewhere around there. So I can come here and I say create a new column. I know you understand what column and measure, calculated column and calculated measure is. So for this new column, let's say I want to do range of price. So range of price, I want to create some condition. If what is the price? If unit price is greater than or equal to 0, and if unit price is greater than or equal to 0, and what's equal, and unit price is less than or equal to 10, it should give me what? It should give me low price. Don't forget I need to put it into parentheses. I say parentheses into a string, low price. So, and I have another condition again. I want to do low, I want to do medium, I want to do high, I want to do premium. So for me to not do that again, I'll click on another comma. So if it is false, I don't want it to give me anything. I want to write another condition for false again. So if it is false, I will say if again. So if this one is true, it will give me, if this condition that I write, this expression that I write here for this first one is true, it will give me low price. But if it's not true, it will look at the second condition I want to do. I will say, you know what? Look unit price again. If it is greater than 10 and unit price less than or equal to 25, it should give me what? It should give me median price. Else, I will say again, because I want to write another condition. If what again? If unit price is greater than 25 and unit price is less than equal to 40, it should give me what? I'll put comma and I'll say, what is the true thing? It should give me high price. High price. Now close. And I'll say, okay, if any of these doesn't meet this condition that I specify for all this expression here, you should give me what? You should give me or you should give me premium price. Premium price. Create Malcolm, anyone. So if I'm here now and you see for this last one I specify is bracket. So I will close bracket for all other if that I created now. So I'll say close for this second one too and close for the third one. If I click on enter, let's see. So we can see what we have here now. These are called calculated column. So mostly calculated column used to create things you want to use to slice your products, slice your fact tables, or slice your aggregation. So as you can see from here now, you can see we created if condition. So for the first one, I said, okay, give me low price. If it doesn't meet that condition, I don't want it to give me blank. I want it to look to another condition again. So if it meets that condition, it should give me that result. But if it doesn't meet that condition, it should look to this third condition that I put expression and you see. And you can see from here now. Do you get that now? And that's what if condition does. That's logical function. So another way to do this when you're having multiple things, there are what we call easier way to do in Power BI, like easier way to do in DAX. Assuming you're having 10 conditions that you want to specify like this, will you be writing if? So no. You can tell me the function to use if I have encountered this in Excel before. Can anybody tell me the function you can use in Excel if you are having multiple if? Anybody? Ifs. Okay, yeah. Everybody here knows. You guys know Excel very well. So you'll be using ifs if you don't want to do that. But in Power BI, there is no what we call ifs. There is no ifs in Power BI. Let me check. Let me check if there is. So before I say there is no ifs. So because I haven't encountered it before. So instead of you using ifs, let's create a new column. I will show you the function in that is not ifs, but it performs the same function as ifs. So let's say switch. So we call this function switch. So if I say switch performs the same function as ifs rather. You can see return different result depending on the value of an expression. So this expression that I want to do is this. Okay, you know what? I want to this switch. Okay, I want to confirm for this expression if it is true. So before you write that expression, you need to make it state that okay, if it is true, you should return it. But if it is false, you can specify that if it is false, that's when you should only return. But if it is true, that it means you should only return the true thing that we specify for this expression. That this is what this true function is telling us. So I will now come here, look at this value that I want to specify. To make it more readable, unlike that if that we jumble together, I will click on Shift and Enter. So you come to a new line for me, and I'll click on Tab because I want to make it more readable for you. And this is the best way for you to write DAX. So if you want to troubleshoot your DAX, it will be very easy for you to trace. So I will say, you know what? Switch if true. Look at unit price. If it is what? If it is greater than or equal to 0, and unit price less than or equal to 10. It should give us what? So you can see, you can only result for result because you want to, for this condition, I will say, okay, we only want the true value. So it should only give us the result of true value. And I'll say, you know what? The result should be what? Low price. And I'll close the brackets. I'll put comma. Because I want to write more, you can see value 2, result 2, value 3, result 3. I click on shift enter. So instead of you writing shift enter, because I want to do multiple of this thing, I will hold on my shift and alt key on your keyboard. Shift and alt key. And I'll click on enter. Okay, sorry. I'll say alt enter. Why is it not showing? Okay, sorry. Let me highlight. Okay, this is not working. Okay. Shift, Alt, and your arrow down key. That's what I will do. That's what I'm using the sheet to do this thing. Shift plus Alt key on your keyboard, and you use your arrow key to move down. If you are moving up, you move up, and it will create upward for you. So because I want to do much of this, I will just come back here. I will modify this. If it is greater than 10, should give me less than 25. Should give me what? Medium price. You can see how easy it is. Give me medium price. So if you come to the third one, if it is greater than 25 and less than 40, it should give me what? High price. Okay, high price. And then else, if it doesn't meet any of those conditions I will specify, and I'll say, you know what? If it doesn't meet any of these, it doesn't meet any of these, give me what? Give me premium price. So this will be our X. It doesn't meet any of those conditions. Now I'll close the brackets. Like it's on enter here, we have same thing as we have for the other one. Can we see this now? So switch performs the same function as the ifs in Excel, rather. Yeah, in Excel. But it's more readable and very easy compared to ifs that we do here. Compared to what? Let me rename this as if. If. So it's more easy and flexible compared to, what do we call it? Compared to if. You can see more jumble there, and you can even do mistakes you have to do to go back to compared to this. So you can use anyone that is more, it depends on the scenario that you are having. So the next one we have is putting and/or our operator function. So, and we have proof for which I already show you. We've combined these two and forced to switch functions. So, and the sources we share on how you can do much with that function. All the resources will be shared tomorrow through the email with this recording too. So that is, yeah, resources will be shared, and when you can learn that more better. That's the whole course of its own itself. So, and let me show you the easiest trick, the best tip for you to learn that. If you want to know that very well, it's by practicing solving business use case with that. Same thing like SQL. If you want to know SQL very well, approach business problem and solve it with SQL. That's when you get better. The more you practice more, the more you get better. The more you practice more. But if you want to understand that, you want to know that very well, approach business problem, find business problem to do, and buy the dance for that to solve that problem. So you do. So that's all we have for that for today. So and today and for today we are moving into visualization. So as you already know what visualization is, we know we used to display insights. that have been discovered in our data. So a Power BI report might have a single page with one visual, or it might have multiple pages full of visual. And in a Power BI service, you can pin some reports, which you'll be doing as we proceed. So it's important to make distinction between report designers and report consumer. If you are the person building or modifying the reports, then you are the designer. So, but if the end goal, your consumer, your stakeholders, your team manager, people that are not even your data team, you are communicating to them. So they are the report consumer. But you that you are building the reports, doing all these data cleaning, data modeling, are core report developer. So and designers have, as being the designer, you'll be able to edit, do all of this, and that's what it is. So for this report, you can see this report beside it. This is a dashboard. And this is a dashboard that you have. And we have a report. So what are reports? Reports are multiple pages that you can go through from one page to another page. Let's see what a report is. So if you're having page one, page two, page three, page four, those are reports. But a dashboard means a single page visual that will explain, that will communicate the insights that is needed. That's what a dashboard is. And as you can see for this slide side, there is a dashboard beside it. So what does it take you to build dashboard or reports in Power BI? The first thing it takes is application of charts. So, and you need to know how to make use of charts, how to know the right charts to use for visual, using templates. If the company or your organization you're working for has a template that they are using, we go through that. Paginated reports. So this for enterprise, and we have report tool tips, drill tool, disconnecting interactivity on visual, using custom visuals. So these are the things that it takes you to build dashboard and reports. So, and we'll be explaining much of this now as we dive in more into this. So let's go into whiteboard. Let me open the whiteboard so we can.
Tadi customer ni waktu itu, biasanya ibu saya sudah sini, itu nunggu saya sudah biasanya mati sih. Kalau si boleh kemasnya isi dan objek masih bisa cak kini lost contacts. Wah,
So there is all. A minute, please. Okay, let me see what can I make a guess here. I cannot make anybody to control here. So we start with, before you can actually build a visual, we need to understand the first thing. These are the steps, like process of your understanding before you start the process of building your visual, your dashboards or reports, anyone. So the first thing you need to have is what we call the business objective. The business objective. So the business objectives, rather, yeah. What do you want to see? As in, what the organization or the stakeholder wants to see as a task given to you as an analyst? What do they want to see? So you need to know the business objective before you now say, okay, I want to start building my visual. So once you know the business objective, that's when you know the right DAX to write, the DAX to write, everything. That's the first thing you need to first get before you do. And the second thing to do after you know the business objective, your report process, you need to do what's it called? There are 6 steps. There are 6 steps, and let me put my chart here. There are 6 steps you need to do. The first thing is for design process is think grid before you now apply charts. Think of what? Think of grids. What do you understand by grid? This is number one. So anytime you want to build reports or dashboard, think of grid first. What do you mean by grid? We are coming there. Grid means you need to think about the layout, how you want it to be. Okay, this is the objective I want to communicate. So I have this report. How do I want to lay it out? Is it something like this? Is it something like this? So this is what we call grid. All this line, all this shape that you do is what we call grid. So think of grid. Let me open this. So all this icon here that you can see from this visual here are what we call grid. Horizontal, how you want to do it, anyhow you want to label it. Think of it first after you know the business of your thing. But before you think of grid, what I actually do in my own report design process is I'll first know what we call the application of charts. Application of what? So for my own design process is the application of charts. After I know the business objective, and I will now bring the chart that is needed. First, before I now think of grid, application of chart. That's the first thing I first do. Okay. So I have this. Let me remove this. So what are the application of charts? So what are the right charts can I use to communicate the insight that is given to me as the business objective? So the first thing of application of charts is what we call ranking. Is what we call ranking. So talking of ranking, let me have this. So I pick this as 2, but in my own design process, I always use it as 1. So I first communicate what is needed. What are the ranking charts? Anytime you want to rank, we have what we call a bar chart. We have a bar chart. We have column charts. Column charts. What chart do we have again? We have cluster bar charts. So anytime you want to show a ranking, all these charts are the best charts for you to apply. Anytime you have a business question or business objective that require you to rank. So these are the best charts to do. And after that, we have trend. So if you want to show trend, there are charts for trends too, which is which is line chart. We have area charts, we have combo charts. And another type of chart that we have for business objective is geography. So geography. Anytime you hear geography, what just comes to your head? You're talking about location. So anytime you want to show, you want to communicate insights that require location, the best chart for you to use is map, and there are different kind of map. So the best thing for you to use map. What chart again do you use? Let me see the charts. What again can you use for geography? After maps, any chart again? Can't see my screen is from your hand because it's not me. So we have maps, and I think that's for location for now. And after geography, we have distribution. We have distribution if you want to show distribution or correlation. So distribution and correlation and correlation. So for distribution and correlation, we have histogram, we have scatter plots, we have scatter plot, and yeah, for geography too, you can use bubble. Is there bubble? Yeah, you can use bubble chart. Bubble shot. Can use bubble chart. So after distribution, let's see what visuals we have again. We'll come to this. Let me bring this visual here. Why can I not find it? Okay, I cannot find it again. Remove it here. Okay. And I want to show some things here. Okay. So we have distribution, we have table chart. So it'll be explaining for me now as I put in some application of visual. So I think in my own design process, there actually is application of visual for there are 6 design process before you can actually move on. Anytime you want to build your report, anytime you want to build your visual. So if you're showing one thing, you see this chart here in your Power BI. This 1, 2, 3, 4, everything here, I used to show one thing. So what this 100% star column chart or 100% star bar chart does is, if you are showing by proportion, ratio or proportion, you want to work by proportion, okay? You want to see the top 5 people that purchase these products, okay? How many of them are male? How many of them are female? Out of those things, so you can show the charts by proportion, and that's number 1. Number 2, we have point charts, which is line charts, area charts, combo charts, and we have distribution charts, which is this three map, donut charts, pie charts. Correlation is scatter charts, which is scatter plots. And this one too, we use it for what's it called? Distribution, waterfall and funnel charts. So and we have geographic. If we are communicating geography, we have map. You can see different kind of map here. And we have some KPI, you have slicer, we have tables. Tables are used to do categories. So and let's see how we can apply all of these charts here. So let me create a new windows here. So let's start with bar charts. Let's say we want to see top customer by their total sales. How do I get it? You can see now. So this is banking. The first person is this, the second person, the third person. You can see the rank, and that's how it's moved downward. So that of bar chart, same thing for column chart. If I change it to column chart, it will still be the same thing, but will be in the vertical form. Is that clear? And then we have what we call cluster bar chart. What does cluster bar chart does for us? Let me duplicate this, Control C and Control V. So I'll duplicate and I'll bring it down here. So what clustered bar chart does for us is when I change to clustered bar chart now, you see it's still giving us the same thing as this. But for this cluster bar chart, you can give a parameter. For you to see this parameter, you come here or you click on this icon. In your home page, you have the icon here. You have this icon as this your visual here. Let me remove it here. Okay, this is what it is. So, but let me remove it. If I say don't show here, close. So if I now come here now, I should be able to find it. What am I not finding? I want to be able to, okay, it's still here. So I want to show how it might be in your own form because it might not be here. Let me remove this here. Move to visual. So you'll find something like this in your own hand. So what I just do is to right click on this, you right click on what's it called? You come here and you click on this icon here. If you want to move it to this pane switcher here, I will say, okay, move to pane switcher. So it will take it here and you can find all your icon here. So, and how can I make this for home? So if I come here now, what this cluster bar chart does is it asks for legend. What do you mean by legend? Legend means you want to show this icon by some different categories. Okay, let's say this now, and I want my legend to be okay. Look for this employee or look for this customer, the one that belongs to. Let me look for location. Let me find something so easy. Fact table. Just the word recipes. Fact table. Let me look for something. So okay, let me use contact detail as you can see now, contact title. So because I use contact title as my legend, you look for those ones that are okay, is this person belong to accounting, different things to see here, but you cannot show here. Let me change. Cannot use this. So complex, so complex. Let me find something so easy to use. Okay, we create fact table the other time. Okay. Let's see which of them by lower price, higher price. You can see what this cluster bar chart does now. Because I pull this one as I pull the legend, which means okay, I want to see customer with the cost of product that they buy. Is it higher price that they buy most? If you look at this person now, you will see it buy premium products mostly. Can you see that now? So the premium product that you buy mostly, and you can show based on that. That's what cluster does. So if you show based on category that you want to show them, based on that, we have two things here now. Show top customer with the highest purchase, as in highest sales that we make by customer. Now I want to see them by the category of the product that they buy. Okay, is there premium product that they buy or low products? And you can see this person now. This person that have highest amount buy much of premium price products. So same thing applies to cluster. Just know that okay, bar chart and cluster chart is bar chart is horizontal and cluster chart is what? Vertical. So if I change this now, you can see it changed to vertical. And that's for clustered bar charts. So all these things shows ranking. Same thing applies to this one. So let me move here. Same thing applies to this. We have 100% stack. So this 100% stack, I've changed already. Can see what it does now. Let me go back. Control Z and let me move this upwards and duplicate. Control C, Control V. That's how to duplicate in Power BI. Control C and Control V. So people want to join. So for this chart now, for this chart, we have 100% stack bar chart. So same thing as cluster bar chart is what 100% does. You can see what it did, but it will what we call it will show them the rank. It will show the rank based on the proportionality, based on the ratio of their proportion. So you can see this one now. You can see it's showing the percentage proportion that is high price code, the total amount of high price that you bought. Okay, you buy 22% of this for low price, this percent for medium price. So, and these are all these ranking, all these visual here that you can see here down here show ranking. So, and that is first application of visual. So, when you're doing, before you proceed with your visualization guide, know the guide visual to apply to communicate the insight that is needed first. That's what you need. That's number one process. So we are done with ranking. Let's move to trend chart. Okay, let's say we have an information. We want to see trend. So let's say we want to see total sales by month, x-axis. What is our x-axis? This horizontal here. Anything that is horizontal, that is horizontal here. I think we all do what's it called? We all do mathematics. I mean, we don't do mathematics. We do graph. Even though if you are in your JSCS or SS, you did graph in your secondary school, even though you don't like maths. No matter how you are here. I mean, you are an English student. Anybody English student here? Yeah, someone said he can't understand what I did. Are they doing what is that? We are coming for questions, so just hold on a little. So anybody that don't do mathematics before we proceed, I bet everybody here is English students. I don't believe. So everybody are English students. Wow. So everybody is English students. You don't do mathematics when you are small. So anything that require x-axis in your visual pane, you just know that okay, you're talking about the horizontal. What do you want to be? So for this, your trend, your dates will always be your horizontal, and your y-axis will be the value that you want for it. And don't forget the legend if you want to show by category. That's what legend is telling you. And we have small multiples. So small multiples is dividing. You want to so okay, I will show small multiple now. You know, in our x-axis, you have what we call plus x-axis minus x-axis plus y-axis minus y-axis, which is top, bottom, right, left, something like cardinal points. So just think of small multiple as cardinal points. So let's say I want to see, okay, let me go back to the visual. I want to see the sales trend fact table. Look at the order date. Look at the order date of year. How many year do we have? Look at the order date of year by total sales. I'll come to fact table again and look for total sales. And you will see the trend. Can you see that now? So from 1996 to 1997, you can see the growth. So for this, now you can see how the growth moves. So it means there is a perfect growth from 1996 to 1997. So and you can add more things to this apart from the only date you can build down to, okay, I want to see by months too. And you can see by months, July. So you can see how the trend is moving. So anytime you want to see, you want to communicate an insight based on period or based on time, you use this trend chart. All these trend charts here, you use them. So we have line charts, we have area charts. These both of them perform the same function. If I change it to area chart now, you will see give us the same thing, but it will not just be line. There will be a outline at this background, a like fill outline, but you can see the actual line at the top. So that's what area chart just do. You will not make it blank at the top. You just fill it something with highlight colors. And we have stacked area charts. When you're talking of stacked area charts, it means you will give us same thing as area chart, but you want to see by what? You want to see by proportion, or you want to see by category, which is your legend. So you can see now this asks for legend for this stacked area chart. Now, if I move this one down here, let me add this. So, and I say, okay, I want to see by the switch. And you can see how it moves now. So stack area chart means you want to see by proportion of how all this thing is moving. You want to see by
Huh? I guess that's 700 and coming from. And I will take my
so and this was stack area chart. Anytime you heard of stack area or stack bar chart, anytime you hear stack, just know that they are telling you that okay, you can add category of how you want to show your analysis there. So anytime you heard of stack, so you know you have stack bar chart here, we give us this 100% stuff ratio proportion. Same thing with stacked area charts, and you can see what it gives us too. So if you go by portion, okay, this portion for this one, we have high price at the most sales, and you can see how it moves. So highest price, what's it called? Premium price are the one that give us most revenue, most sales, and that's how we move on from there. And we have the next one we have here is combo charts. Let's see what we have for combo charts. We call it combo charts. We call it combo charts. So let me change this to combo chart. So you see combo charts because I put some switch here, and I say okay, I want to see again by the trend. Combo chart means you're able to use cluster column chart or batch and cluster column chart, or what's it called? Column charts and line charts. You can be able to use them together. So if I come in and I say, look at this fact table and look at this other days, give me by months, you will see the trend of those line. Okay, where is the line? Let me move up. Move this one down. How can I move it down? Okay. Let's see column y-axis total sales. Okay. Let me bring this down here. How can I bring it down? There is no way. So let me cancel this. I'll bring in what is there before customer. I'll bring in the customer back again. Contact name. Now I'll come to this line y-axis and I'll put my order date there. Put my order date, which is months. Okay, and I don't want it to be forced. The line should be trend column y-axis, which is this. Coming. Let's see what is showing. Let's see what is showing. Okay, we have switch and line y-axis. What should be in the line y? It should be. Let me put total sales first. Okay. And this one should be, what is there before? It should be by, I think I put dates somewhere. This should be here, facts, and this is for dates. This is for months. And column Y, customer should be by column. So this is the combo chart. So you see, we want to see based on this proportion, but we want to see how the trend moves. So we combine a line axis, which is a trend chart and a ranking chart together. And that's what this gives us. So yeah, that's for combo charts. We call it combo charts. I think that's it. Okay, line and stacks column chart, but it is called combo charts. Anyone you want to put it together. So, and we have this thing again. So, you know what cluster device? Same thing as you have somewhere around there. And let's do the same with this. Let me copy this, Control C and Control V. Let's do it the same for this one. You can see what it is. So you just give us by the category by month, January, high price, low price, and stuff like that. So you give us based on this category, based on what you have in this here. So we have ribbon charts. So what the ribbon chart give us, you can see the same thing as those things, but it gives us in form of area chart too. The same thing you want to put category on. If you notice all these things from this start area chart down to ribbon chart here for this trend, it's giving us stats and what's it called? Giving us a category. It will give us a trend of how it moves by the category that you want to show off. So if you notice this now, notice these two here. So you show the distribution of category by trend. That is what what's it called? Start do for us. And what's it called? And start area chart. So they give us the category of what they call of analysis that we are doing by trend. So that was start does for us. So and after that we have a distribution. Let me adjust this one. Okay, can see all everything has. So before you move on, let me show you how you can maximize this. So if you want to maximize this, you need to click outside of this visual. Just click the canvas and you come to format here. When you come to format, you see canvas setting and you see this setting here. I want to customize it because this is the normal default setting, 16 by 9. You have letter, you have two tip, you have custom. When you get into formatting and designing reports, we'll be explaining much of this, but I want to make this one get bigger because I don't want to open a new page. So I don't want to open a new page yet. Now I'll say, you know what? Give me the height to 920. Give me to height to 920. You can see it has changed the visual for me and give me this one to 1380. So you can see the report canvas has get more visual and the visual is getting smaller. All the chart is getting smaller. So I'm bringing another visual now. And so we've explained the ranking charts. We explained what again have you explained? The trend. So now let's do with geography. So if you're having a geography, you are having how you want to communicate by friend. So do you have any location in this data? No location. So we cannot, let's see our data first. Fact table. Okay, no location for this data. So we cannot actually use the map visual. Notice that anytime you want to use the map visual, you need to have a column or a record that contains map records. What are map records? City, country, state, zip code, latitude, longitude. So if you're having those information in your data set, it means you need to use a map visual in to communicate. But this data we are having, we don't have a map visual, so we can't do anything with that. So we cannot use map because there is no any information that will communicate that source. So see, but we already know if we want to use map, let's come to, okay, let's use distribution. So for this, okay, let's start from this. Waterfall. So what the waterfall do? Waterfall will show you the distribution by how it is increasing and how it is decreasing. So if I come to this visual now and I come to this build visual here, which is the format, I'll say, you know what? I want to see total by month. So look at the other months for me and show me how our sales is moving. So come to fact table, look at the total sales. And you can see how it is moving. So same thing like this, but it's showing how increasing and decreasing of how our sales is moving by month. So assuming there's a time the sales is lower than the previous month. So let's say, okay, for January now, this is the sales. So it means from that January, there is no less sales. It means it started from that end and it's continuing. So assuming from this January now, there is a breakdown or what's it called? There is there's a decrease from this last, let's say, okay, this is 66,000 something, and the February sales start from 65, you see a decrease, which will indicate this red. So let's see what this breakdown is. Let's see this breakdown. Let's see this breakdown. Average sales. Okay, cannot give us this. Cannot have this. Let's see the ID. Okay, because you do a breakdown by this. And you can see for January, because I use other ID, let me use the count. So I want to show, okay. Change it to for each cell. It cannot change to measure it. I can only use a column. Okay, let's use sales column. So for January, which one is this? So if you want to do the breakdown by category that you want, okay, let's use high price and low price that we have been using before. So you can get the hold of it. You can see now. So for this January now, we have multiple months from here for this distribution. So for January, we saw this is the total sale we make. And for medium price products, there is increase. For low price, there is decrease, which means people don't buy much of this low price for this January. And you can see premium price. In January, you can see the lagging now, minus 25%, which is 86 something. So in January, people only purchase what? They purchase much of medium price products. For February, they buy much of premium price. Can you see that now? And you can see how it is moving, decreasing. So it's showing you what? It's showing those trends by what? By period, how it's moving over the period till December. So the most time there is much sale is around when? Is around June, which is this one that is balancing. And there is fall of those things at July too. If you look at this our trend, let's see the months that we have this one most. Okay, we are seeing by year here, January. I think it is months. April, July. Okay, which one is this? July. So in July, which month is this? January 1997, December. Okay. Okay. So, and this is how waterfall chart does. It gives you distribution by period of time. And let me remove this grid down. So it comes to our normal one. So you can play around all those visual you want to do before we now come to design best practice before you continue. But you need to understand how you can apply all those charts for the right information that you want to communicate. So we have the next one that we have is funnel charts. So what do you have for funnel charts? So for funnel charts, change this to funnel charts. Funnel charts. So funnel charts we sum it's just same thing as this distribution. So, but if you be summing based on the previous cell, based on the previous records. So let's say okay, you want to see the category of this. We want to see the category of this. No, I don't want this. Let's use product category. Category of this by total sales category. The product category by the sales we made. If I come here now, you see, okay, for these beverages, we make total sales of this is the first percentage of things that will first sell. Our first sales for beverages is 100%, which is the total amount. Okay, this is the final amount rather. The first one is this. Okay, it's come decreasing as descending order. So if I want to sort this, okay, it sorts as descending. If I sort it as ascending, it will be from the lowest to highest. So it's showing the highest first. So it means the first product that we first sell, which is beverages, which is on the total sales that we make for it. So the next product that we sell for that category is it will compare both two things together. You can see the first percentage is 87%. You can see the previous percentage compared to both of them. We make 100%, which is 128 something, and the next sale that we make 118 for that category of products. So which is 87%. It means there is decrease. There is decrease in those sales based on those product of category. And you can see how the decrease is moving down, moving down. This is what funnel chart does. You can see how it is comparing it. The percentage compared to this current sales to the first one that I first make is 55%. And for the previous one is 86. And this is what funnel chart does. It will distribute based on the proportion of your base value that you have. So, and are we following? All right, to my screen is not moving, and this is. Please, anyone experiencing this again? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, please? Hello. Hello. Okay. Thank you. So I think we are following them. So let me continue. Okay. So where did I stop? Where you can hear me go? Because I can see some people experiencing this. So this is what funnel chart does. And the next visual we have after that is our scatter plot. Okay, we want to show correlation. And you see values I want, total sales, and I think I put the value now. Value should be total sales. Okay, but measure doesn't work for this value, so I put in cells. And the x-axis, I want to see by months. I want to show you the correlation by months and look for months. Other days, look for months. Uh, okay, okay, we have this, and y-axis should be what? Okay, I have months here. Y-axis should be cells. So, and let me for legend. Let me look for legend. Okay. Let me look for legend. Switch. Uh, so in January for this legend, medium price and high price are the one. Okay, let me switch to focus mode. So for this legend, we have you can see the correlation here. So which what I'm trying to show you is to show by months of how the sales are performing by months by the product categories, as in the product sales category, which is product price category here. So in January, less low price and high price too is low. So the only two things that are purchased that sells most in January is these two products here, which is which is high price products and medium price products. So in January, these are the two products that sell most. In February, premium price and low price products sells most. You can see how they correlate. And for this one too, I think March, that will be high price and low price. Which one's so correlated? In April, I think everything is they distribute well. And you can see the correlation in June. And you see in July, that's why there's much money in July. The product sells very, very much. And you can see those correlations, and that's how scatter plots works. And what again do we have after that distribution? We have pie chart, donut charts, prima. So they all show distribution. If I pull pie chart and donut chart are the same thing. It's just pie charts communicate better. It's so ish. That was it. So just pie charts communicates more better and it's more alluring when you are putting visual. So anytime you want to use pie charts, always put these two things at the back of your mind. It's not much advisable to use pie charts for your reports. But the place it is very useful for you to use pie charts when you're having 3 or 4 categories you want to show the distribution or the proportion of. That's the best way you can use what's it called? You can use pie charts. So for example, let's say I want to show this high price, sell the high price and all this stuff too. Now just come here, bring me pie charts. And for this legend, you should bring in this switch, which is the price one. Should bring this switch and the value should be what? The value should be total sales. And you can see, so it will show me by their proportion, by their proportion. So in this way, if you're having 3 or 4 categories to show, it's valuable to use. Like when you're having 5, oh, it is not best way for you to use. Okay, I think we are still here. So, and There's a pie chart, same thing for donut chart. If I change it now, you will see, okay, there's space in between them because this one look more alluring and look more very appealing than pie chart that jumble all of everything together. So, and that's for application of charts. You've explained all of these maps. You explained that. So, anytime you want to create KPI, you want to do KPI, you want to show metrics for better decision, you use this chart here, which is gate charts, cards. As you already used card before in this visual here. So you can sell this card and it shows single information, single values, which is everything you have here. So these are card visuals. So you can see it shows single value, you know the actual things at a glance without stressing much. And that is for card visual. So all these ones are used for KPI. You can see this KPI is to show metrics of how business performing. So, and these are everything you have here. And you have slicer. Slicer means if you want to filter through. So if I want to bring in slicer now, I can say, you know what, come here, bring in slicer for me. And in this slicer, add the data. Which data do I want to see? Bring in this. No, I don't want this. Come to fact table, look at. I don't forget, you cannot use a measure as a slicer. Don't always remember that. So bring in switch for me. And you see this switch, if I filter by I, if you do evaluation context for all of them. So this is the evaluation context comes in. So assuming you're writing a data and it's not applying, and you're saying why is this not applying, always check your filter. You can see when I click on this I something now, I click on this one, it's filtered through what's it called? Everything on this report because on this report, there isn't a filter to them because there is one or more visual here that connects to this eye that relates to this eye, this filter that we put here. If you notice that this total sales by month here doesn't change, if I click it back again, you will notice that it doesn't change. Does it? No, because there is no information that contains this switch in this visual. That's why it doesn't affect it. And that's why evaluation contains up. So anytime you have an interaction that relates to each other, it will evaluate based on everything on that report that is related to each other there. So uh this is what filter does. So you see as I'm clicking it, it is filtering through all those cells, medium price. Is this changing? Okay, it is changing, it's affecting everything in it. So wow. Why is it affecting it? I don't think there is information that contains it there. Okay, total cells. It contains total cells. Yeah, that's why it is changing. And you can see most of everything here. And high price. And this is all called evaluation context. So evaluation context, anytime you have a filter, it will filter through everything on that report. It will evaluate everything to meet those conditions. So, and after slicer, we have tables. So you know what tables is. And this is tables. You can see we have this here Roland stuff. It's showing okay. I want to see list of customer by their cost price, and you can see how it's showing everything. So that's table, and we have matrix. Matrix means you'll be able to have a value and a column. So let's use this one as matrix. Change it to matrix. I change this one to matrix. I need to see the customer name and the total. Okay, let me change this to total sales. Total sales. I see customer by their total sales. You see that now? And after that, again, I can do it. Okay, if I don't want this, I want a column. What do I want as a column? I want to see the switch, which is this products category that I buy. You can see now. So what this matrix does is it will show them by those distribution I put as a column. So it will show them as this. So you can see high price, this customer buy total amount of high price they buy for low price, for medium price. So for each customer, you can see the one that they don't buy it is blank, 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 blank. So and this is how matrix works. And for column visual only, you can only pull the column that you want. Like the record I want to put it in this visual, it will be column by column. But for matrix visual, you can specify how you want the column, you can drill down, you can drill up, how you want it to be. You can even add some more rows. Okay, you want to add more rows to this. Okay, after customer, let me see the category that the customer belongs to, which will be contact title. So once I add it here now, you can see it show a plus button. So it means I can enter down to this company. Okay, what is the title of this customer name? Okay, this person is accounting manager. So for this one, what is our own sales representative? So we can show more from this matrix visual. I will be communicating that as a build more into our what's it called? I will build more later if you want to build our report. But today we come to how you can apply the visual, like how each of those visual you can use them and how they can be applicable to your analysis. So you know the right visuals to use at the right time. So you know the right things to use at the right time. So and after matrix, is there any other visual that we have here? Okay, yeah, the other visual, AI visuals, decision tree, Python. If you are a Python person and you cannot do some visual here, like it's not in Power BI and you want your Python, you can customize it with your Python and Power BI will generate it for you. If you are R person, you write R. So, and if you have visual that are not here that you are bringing from Power Apps, you have something you are bringing from Power Apps, you have from Power Automate, they have everything integrated. So this gets more visual is this, okay. Every visual you need is not here. So there are where you can import visual, you need to sign into your Power BI first. So when I click on get more visual, we call it custom visual. So it will load a gallery for me. It's still loading. Get more visual. So you can see it will load a gallery for me where there are more custom visual. So just like the templates that you have, how do you call it? Okay, if you're importing icon or external charts from outside, that's what get more visual is. The visual that you need is not available and you cannot create it. You can search for it in Power BI Gallery. And if it is free or if it is accessible for you, you'll be able to see it. So it's still loading. Let's wait for it while it loads. So you see Gantt charts, you see many things, checklist slider. So checklist slider is when you're having image. If you want to do image filter, so there are much you can do with this DNF. You can see DNF visual, Gantt chart, Gantt bar charts, word cloud. If you are doing text analysis, so you import the word cloud. You can see Sankey charts. So get charts, advanced card, KPI, multiple charts here you can do. If you not find so if you need to send it to your Power BI service, you will import it. So if I need to, okay, let's say I want to use Gantt charts, or I want to use this KPI here, circle KPI, which is something like pie charts. Still loading. So we show a page here for me that okay. So you can see now it will show this page for you anytime you want to do, and you say, okay, this is how your, I think you can do this in Excel, customize your pie chart stuff. I click on add. If I bring it into this Power BI now, so I can create a very good KPI for to still loading. So once it finish loading, you will find it in your chart. Let it is finished loading. Yeah, it has finished importing. You can see it here. If I come in now, okay, import this chart for me. How does it work? I'll just add maybe the total sales there. They have how it works already, and you can see how it works. You can see the percentage, everything you want to do. So you can customize this visual that you have here, anyone you want to do. You come here, you customize. So you are coming there. So yeah, that's for application of visual. So we continue. There are six steps for you to do, and let me put that out. I think I didn't add it here. I think I didn't add it here. So the first one is application of visual based on my own how me I build my own design process. Application of visual is so low. Application of visual or charts. For charts for the white data storytelling. So the second one after you know the bar chart you want to use is highlighting key informations. Okay, which one are the first one? How you want to arrange it? Which one are the priority? After you put all those information down, and the third one is think in grids. So how do you want to now lay out? How do you want to design it? I want to do fine dashboards. I want to do stuff and use appropriate colors. So these are the design guide, how you can build reports or dashboard that you want to do. Use appropriate color palettes, yeah, or colors, anyone, or display palettes. So, and first, this one is don't clutter, yeah, don't clutter your reports. Don't clutter the report page. So we'll be explaining much of everything here, but today we cover how we can apply the white visual to use the white chart to use for different analysis, and how we cover that. So don't clutter the report page. And the last one, I think is six. How many have I raised? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. The last one is use clear and simple titles. Yeah, so coming there after you do all of this one, that name your charts the very easy way for people to do. So for this one now, you can see average views. They will know, okay, this is the normal title, average engagement, average likes. So because in your data, as they are putting it here, as you can see here, so you will see it's showing count of product by product name. So you need to rename it to things that will be easy. So what don't clutter means is this. Everything is just jam pack. You need to arrange it. And there's where think of, and this is where think of this comes in. This is where think of it comes in. So, and then use your colors, arrange it very well in those grids and stuff. So yeah, that's what we have for today. And our question can come in before we do. So we cover the next one and review the reports. Our first report on Friday. Yeah, think yeah. So our question can come in now if you have question. The lagging is too much. I don't. Okay, Abutu, you can speak. Abutu Emmanuel Oyedeji, you have a question?
Hello. Yeah, so I just
Hi.
wanted to comment real quick on some of the comment, say sometimes not the comments. Yeah, I think the screen was lagging a bit too much today. I don't think it's just for me as well. I think pretty much everyone we were a bit behind, not seeing what you were doing most of the times, and then after like 4 or 5 minutes, then your screen kinds of move. So I think maybe during the video, if the YouTube video is sent, maybe we can catch up a bit more. But and also it was a bit difficult for you to know who if that was the issue because no one had access to the mic to call you real quick on it. So maybe if there's no moderator, you can make anyone after 15 minutes, if there's no moderator, you can make anyone email the moderator on the call and then they can let you know on issues like this. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Abutu, for the moderator, I tried that recently more because when I was organizing this, it's from Teams. So because there is no, those people I meet moderator are not available today, and they don't know how if that is not communicated earlier. So I cannot just make anybody, even though I make someone a presenter, they won't be able to anchor others. I've tried that. I think that was last time with Celia, and they'll be able to talk and call my attention. But I think that was it called. That flare my mind tonight. So anytime I want to do that, I'll make a presenter, but they won't be able to anchor what's it called. They'll be able to reply, notify me, but they won't be able to admit and do other stuff people want to do as those moderators. So thank you for that, Sabuto. ADG, you can speak.
Good evening, Mr. Muba, and thanks a lot for this opportunity. Like my question is, for we that download our Power BI from third party, can we be able to add the virtual to our Power BI? That is my question.
Can you be able to?
The virtual that you add, can we be able to add
Yes.
it to our?
Yeah, you will be if you have your Microsoft sign in already. So for you to be able to use custom visual, you need to be able to sign in. You can see. You need to be able to sign in for you to be able to use your Microsoft Visual. Is that clear? So in the email I sent, there is a way how you can create your own work email, free work email. So if you have created that, that will be easy for you to sign. Just sign in and you'll be able to import your custom visual. Hope that answers your question. Patience, you can speak. Patience, you can speak. Someone has a question in the chat. To say how did you custom the
Hello.
additional visual?
Hello,
I
good
can hear you.
evening. Can you
Good
hear
evening.
me?
Yeah, I can.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello. You can hear me?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
thank you for the class. I've been waiting in the lobby all along. And for the last
Oh,
class, we haven't gotten the recordings for the last class. That's just what I wanted to ask.
okay.
Oh, hello.
The last class until this class
Network.
tomorrow.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I've answered you.
Hello. I didn't get that. I think my network is bad. I didn't get what you said.
Okay. You will get the recordings tomorrow and every other resources.
All right. And sorry, Muba, the assignment 3 and is it 1 and 3? It's quite difficult. I don't know if it's only me. Cleaning the data for the 1 and for 3. Oh, it's quite difficult.
I don't know. But because you start seeing the clean data. I've took the data and like show you the clean data there. So I don't know. I know. I
Is
mean,
there going to
everybody
be like
experiencing difficulty. Maybe
is
it's
there
only
going to
you
be like
because I can't see people that are
are we going
complaining.
to work it out?
Yeah, we're going to work it out. We're going to work it out.
So it's only me that is complaining. Ewo.
It's only you that is complaining. Everybody knows the data very well.
Ewo.
They have already cleaned it. They have already
Hey.
submitted. Yeah, someone
Ewo.
asked you, yeah,
All right,
Sanusi
thank
said,
you.
is
Thank
that
you.
case sensitive? Yes, that is case sensitive. If you don't put the parameters well, is that case sensitive by other character like space before some? Yes. Other character like comma, space doesn't add to it. Bracket,
Yeah,
comma.
somebody is
So
saying not
if you
only
didn't
me.
put it at the
Mobasi, somebody is saying not
so
only me.
I don't know. Me, I cannot see this one. No. I cannot see this one. No. I cannot see anything here. It's only you that is complaining here. Me, I cannot see all this one.
But Buba, check the chat now. See people complaining too.
I cannot see you.
Check. Okay, oh, it's well.
I
Thank
cannot
you.
see you. Okay, you're welcome. So, Money wants to speak. Money, you can speak now.
Hear me? Hi,
Yeah,
Mova.
I can hear you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask. Okay, one of my friend was talking about application of colors on the various type of chats. Does it have to have do we is it on the type of the this thing that we are presenting that we have to use colors, or it doesn't mean regardless of the type of the chat?
Ye-
Maybe we are doing the geography.
Yes. Yeah, I think I mentioned this like okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see, but I have some all these guest people on your screen, so I can't
Can you
really
see
see
my
it.
screen?
No, I have this there are some this on your screen.
Hello, can you see my screen?
I can't see your screen, but I have the names of guests on yours on my
Okay.
own screen. Yeah.
Okay. Like what?
I can see you have a drop down on your screen, so I think it's not moved up. I have
I'm
meeting
talking
coming.
about this
That's
this,
I can see.
this
Hey. I can't see your screen. Let me just see that.
uh can't see you well again. Can you see this white top I put out here?
No, I can't. I can't see your screen. No. I can see your screen, but there are some things blocking the views.
I think it's all. Can you see the PowerPoint I'm sharing? Ah,
No, there are some
please
sources.
see my screen, please, on the channel. So what I just currently don't understand the so for the chat you find what's it called. Today we covered the application of the right visual, and we can see what is the color. We have it in this one. When you are designing our reports, we explain how to use colors and how to do so. On Friday we'll be able to cover this.
Okay, then no problem. We'll wait till Friday then.
Okay, because my screen is not moving.
At all, yes,
How?
not. I noticed it's not moving.
At least, as in, even me, I actually noticed now, like,
Mm.
well,
No,
is it moving now?
no, it's not. It's not moving.
Uh,
No problem. Wait till Friday. Friday is still here. It's almost here. So
yeah,
wait.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this is becoming getting out of hand. Like, I don't even understand if it is Teams or if it is network. I can't even see.
Let's
Because if it
let's
is network,
try
I'll be able
Google
to
Meet now.
communicate.
No problem. We'll do
And
it then. Let's wait.
I can't
I
use
think
Google Meet because these words have said Google Meet cannot do what I'm actually doing here.
Okay,
Google
no
Meet
problem.
actually.
Sulaiman wants to
It's
speak.
true.
I've granted you access, Sulaiman. Peter, you said I cannot add visual process.
Ah,
So if you want to add
I was
visual
trying.
process, okay, hold on.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I think he exited.
So he's going to add mobile now. My
He
mic is
left
on.
the call.
I think he's having issues
I
with
think
his network.
yes, yes. Yeah, actually I have actually put down my hand. I was going
Can you see my screen
to
well now?
it's coming up. It's coming up.
Okay.
Not yet.
Uh,
My hands are down already though. So what I
Can you
wanted
see now?
to give
Okay.
yes, it's
So now
what
let me go from here from what they call um for Moni's question. So there are
Okay.
six
yeah,
there are 6 steps for you to do for designing your reports and building your reports or dashboard. So but the first thing is knowing the application wise for you. After you know your business objective, what you want to achieve, what the stakeholder or the manager or the company give you to do your analysis on. So once you already know it, you need to know the why you should actually do, and that's what you actually communicate to them. And after that, you need to put your key information. So next on Friday, when when you want to build, you will be doing a case scenario or a real life point or real life questions or a scenario that will be attempting, and you need to do all these steps on how to build a report. You can see where the color comes in. I think in the first step here, and that's where you have it. How you can use your color, how you can make use of color, how you can do so. We explain all of that
Okay.
on
Okay.
Friday. So
All right. Thank you.
for what's it called? The next person here, Peter, you said that can you get custom visual? So to get custom visual, Peter, you come down to your visual hardware. Once you come, click on the drop down, and once you are in the drop down, you go to get more visual. So in this get more visual, you click on it and it will open. But before you click on that get more visual, before you can open this one, you need to make sure you sign in to Power BI, which is usually that workflow email that you created. Make sure you are signed in to it. So and that is to know the visual for you and all of those stuff. And that's how it gets more visual. So the next question, the next person that wants to speak, Simon, you're speaking.
although my hands were down, I already dropped my hand. I wanted to say something about someone asked about colors. So I was like, from what I understand, I think there are times when a company gives you, when you're working on the company's data, you have to use their team color, sort of. If you're working for Glow
Yeah,
now,
we are
it is
coming there. When it comes to designing those reports and visual, cover all of it. So, and yeah, any other question before we move? I think to these, I think
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I can hear.
My other question is, we talked about this